y'all, it's Alexiana and welcome to the Lexi Show. Now, I came across an interesting video on Instagram. I'm going to insert the Instagram handle of Rap House TV and stuff like that. Tell them Alexiana Monet sent you. But I came across an interesting video and stuff, and basically, well, I'm just going to show it to you and then I'm just going to give my commentary. Again, this is Rap House TV on Instagram. The caption reads, "The Philadelphia boy who exposed his fellow classmates for being unable to read a simple sentence is now under threat of being blocked from graduating and expelled simply for blowing the whistle on his school's low literacy rates." Now, I'm going to play the video and we're going to have a conversation. Like, for those of you who have seen the video, the sentence reads, "She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat gauche." If you don't know what the word gauche means and stuff, I'm going to insert the definition of it up here.
She wore a suit, clothes that were, who's this for? Extraordinary but somewhat garcher?
Now explain what that means.
I don't know.
She wore a sahalat of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever, bro, but somewhat loose.
What does that mean?
She wore a lot. Wait, she wore, bro, I don't know, bro. Can you take the part back, please?
She wore a,
Oh, baby.
she wore a silhouette of clothes that were, bitch, I don't know that word. I don't even know how to read. I don't know why I did
She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gauche.
Alright, now what does that mean?
I have no idea. Like his face or something like that. She wore a, I don't know what this shit say. I don't know what this shit say. I don't know what this shit say. I can't read it. Can't read it. Can't read it.
Read that in this part for me.
She wore a,
And also, the statement attached to the video, it says, it comes from No Gun Zone Incorporated for Philadelphia. It says, "I am writing to express concern regarding the school's decision to pursue expulsion of a senior student over the creation of a TikTok account that involved interviewing fellow students on their ability to spell words. From what has been shared, the content appears harmless in nature and does not promote violence, bullying, or any form of serious misconduct. The Black African American student is a senior that is foreign with a strong academic record and a high GPA, which reflects consistent dedication, responsibility, and commitment to their education. To jeopardize their future at such a critical point over an activity that seems intended for lighthearted engagement raises questions about fairness and proportionality in disciplinary action. The school is preparatory charter high school, and the TikTok page is at What the Vet. Please do something about this, and if you need more information, let me know. They're trying to take everything away from him, including prom and graduation." Now again, the card had read, "She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat gauche." I already asserted the definition of gauche, but basically what gauche means is basically somewhat, somewhat awkward, pretty much somewhat awkward and weird. So how I'm interpreting it is, she wore some clothes that were unique in style, but somewhat weird, pretty much. Pretty much her style of clothing, it was unique and different, but at the same time weird, pretty much. That's how I interpret it. So, y'all just saw that video, and I'm going to say this. By the way, I got one earring on, because this ear, it don't want to act right for some reason, so whatever. And yeah, bitch, I'm wearing gingerbread man in May, so who cares? Don't judge me. But yeah. It's like this. I personally 100% believe that the guy, What the Vet, I'm going to insert his TikTok handle up here. I 100% believe he didn't mean anything by it. This was completely harmless. But I low-key feel like he did that to prove a point, like,
Also, I want to come on here and say this. Like, I had time to think about this and stuff like that. And Also, I just want to add in, even though like he did this to prove a point about, the school's literacy system, I also can't help but make myself believe he did this to have a viral moment. I mean, I get trying to prove a point and stuff like that, but unfortunately and stuff like that, like I 100% believe like the boy wanted a viral moment too, and unfortunately, it had serious consequences. Like, not only did you prove the school's literacy rate and stuff like that of the students, but also, exposing these students like this and putting them on the spot and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that didn't sit well with the school system, and I'm pretty sure it didn't sit well with their parents either. So it's one of those things where, yeah, I understand what you were trying to do, but yet, it had enormous consequences. And pretty much it's another case of not thinking before you act. So, yeah.
Students are going to school, but they're not learning. And pretty much that's sad. Like, these are pretty much seniors in high school. Some of them freshmen in high school, sophomores, juniors, and y'all can't read a simple sentence. Like, granted, I understand not everyone may not. I understand everybody is not a strong reader. I understand everybody is not that well, equipped with reading and stuff like that. I get that, but you should be able to read something. Like, I understand, like, with the word gosh, like, a lot of people will mess that word up. A lot of people will mess the word silhouette up. A lot of people will mess the word extraordinary up. I get that, but you should be able to read something. Like, y'all are seniors in high school, some of y'all freshmen, sophomores, juniors, y'all should be able to read something. And I low-key feel like he did that to prove a point that, students are going to school, but they're not learning. And what people fail to realize with teaching, even though I'm not a teacher or anything like that, people fail to realize you can teach a student, but you can't make them learn. They have to want to learn on their own. And it's like a lot of these parents, get on the teacher's ass if their student fails a grade or something like that, which really, the teacher did all he or she knew what to do. It's your child and stuff like that didn't do what they were supposed to do. Like, the teacher did their job, the student need to do their job. Like, to comprehend the education that's given to them and put great use to it. So yeah, I low-key feel like that's what he's trying to prove. Like, students are going to school, but they're not learning. And that, they're this old up in age and stuff like that, about to graduate high school, and they can't even read a simple sentence. That's what I feel like he's trying to prove. Even though it's completely harmless, I understand where he's coming from. And I low-key feel like the school is doing too much by trying to bar him from prom, trying to stop him from graduating, when that's a little bit much, bro. Like, come on, man. Let that child graduate. Let him go to prom. Let him enjoy his last few years of high school before he enters into adult world. Like, leave that baby alone. Like, y'all just doing too much right now. Leave him alone. Like, I low-key feel like it was harmless, but in the same breath, he was doing it, just to prove a point. Like I keep saying, students are going to school, but they're not learning. And it's really sad if you think about it. Like, some of them are seniors in high school, freshmen, juniors, and seniors, and y'all can't even read a simple sentence. That is so sad. Like, you should learn that stuff, like, in your early school years, like in kindergarten, first grade. Like, it's a shame. It's really sad. A lot of people, want to see that video, kiki, laugh at it, but it's really sad. Like, y'all are on your way to adulthood, and you can't even read a simple sentence, which, whether y'all want to believe it or not, there are still people in adulthood that can't read a simple sentence like that. I mean, I even went to school with some kids and stuff like that weren't strong readers and stuff, and they were like freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors in high school. So it's not uncommon. Because I remember I had went to school with this guy. I remember I had 8th grade with him. We're going to call him Jackson. I remember I had went to school with him and stuff like that. I remember we were in 8th grade. We were in math class together, and I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, and he was talking kind of loud and stuff like that. He was talking to one of his classmates and stuff, and he had revealed that he had got held back in the 2nd grade long years ago because he couldn't read. So it's not uncommon for students, to be, in high school and some even in adulthood that still can't read a simple sentence. Like, it's really sad because it makes me think, like, what were you doing in school all this time? Better yet, like, learning starts at home too. Like, your parents weren't, help you with your homework and, probably providing you a tutor or coach you one-on-one in your reading or math or whatever. Like, learning first starts at home. It makes me think, what are the parents doing with their were the parents doing with their kids and stuff all these years and stuff like that when they brought homework and assignments home? Like, what were they doing? Like, were they helping their child with their homework? Did they not care? Or like what gives? Like, so all in all, the video, if you think about it, yes, it kind of is a kiki moment, but it's really sad because, like I keep saying, y'all are older up in high school. Y'all about to enter adulthood and you can't read a simple sentence. Like, mind you, not everybody knows how to pronounce silhouette. Not everybody knows how to pronounce extraordinary. And baby, here it is. I'm 29, almost 30 years old, and I just learned what the word gauche means and how to pronounce it. So yeah, I understand not everybody's going to know how to pronounce those words and stuff like that, but still, it's a shame that, you have these seniors, freshmen, juniors, and sophomores that can't read a simple sentence. It's really sad if you think about it. And all in all, I low-key feel like that boy's family and stuff like that should slap a big-ass lawsuit on that school. Because, come on now, like, let that boy go to his prom. Let that boy graduate. Like, you're kind of doing too much. Like, it was rude. Like, I mean, not rude. I take that back. It wasn't rude. It was harmless, but in the same time, he's trying to prove a point. How students are going to school, but they're not learning. Like, just because a student goes to school doesn't mean that they're learning, pretty much. And like I had said, like, a teacher's job is to teach, but they can't make a child learn. Your child has to want to do that on their own. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this video. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to start my social media handles over here as well in the description box down below. So feel free to add and follow me on those. So until next time, peace out.
Okay, that's the conclusion of the video. And when editing this video and stuff like that, I decided to look up the definition of gauche again. And it says, someone or something that lacks social grace, sensitivity, or tact. And the sentence again had read, she wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat gauche. And how I interpret that is, now looking back on the stuff, how I interpret that is, like, she had a big personality that, she was keeping internalized. Like, she had a big personality that, brightened up the whole room, but she was too afraid to let it show because she's shy and withdrawn. That's how I interpret it. Like, hey, if I'm wrong, whatever, but that's just how I'm interpreting it. Like, she had a big personality that brightened up the room, but at the same time, she was too afraid to let it show because, she was shy and withdrawn. So, yeah. Now I'm looking back on it, that's how I'm interpreting the sentence. So, let me know down below.